Position number 23 for Jiggy. Number 6. And Bailey. Coached by Jeremy Law. He's assisted by ding is whenever a referee of his chest. Cross check and go forward and back both hands clasped in front of the chest. Delay calling of a penalty is a
WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents
Nikita Solnikov on the ice. He trails, gives it over to Josh Bell. Now back to Solnikov, breaking free, shoots, he scores! And that was Jack Brackbill, not Nikita Solnikov. Number 10, Brackbill gets the goal.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
Taken by Nikita Solnikov. Him and Bell. Now to Bell, back to Solnikov, over to Bell, he shoots, and oh, what a save! A huge save in front by Matt Griffin. And it keeps it a 1-1 hockey game. Got the blade or the paddle of his stick and made the save.
With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from the Centene Community Ice Center in Maryville, Missouri, it is Missouri State and Lindenwood, Game 2. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson. I believe it's Maryland Heights, not Maryville. Let's get Stan Melton on the microphone here. Stan, how are you?
Doing great, Steve. And yep, you're right. We're in the lovely area of downtown Maryland Heights, Missouri.
It is Game 2 between Missouri State and Lindenwood. Yesterday, a 13-3 win by the Lindenwood Lions. The bright spots for Missouri State include the second goal of the season by Shakes. That's Louis Shakes out of Nantes, France. Also, a power play goal by Jack Brackbill, and the third goal for Missouri State is scored by Garrett Woljecki from Macomb, Michigan, and the Ice Bears do unfortunately lose by a count of 13-3. Today, Missouri State with some changes. Head coach Jeremy Law said, okay, this is going to be a different game here tonight. He almost guarantees it, and he will have new players in the lineup, including Stuart Hopkins, Levi Wright, Jason Kelly, and Evan Ross. They will all be new players into the lineup here this evening. In nets for the Ice Bears will be Bailey Stevens, the senior, with 2 games played, a record of 0-0. And again, it's early on, so statistically, 6.86 goals against average and an .810 save percentage. Ignore all of that. It's early on in the season. Stevens is a venerable goaltender, and he will be in nets here tonight. Although yesterday, Missouri State did put all 3 goaltenders. They all saw action last night. For the Lindenwood Lions, they come in at 3-0. Everything's the same. Cooper Cedot will be in nets, the senior, 2-0 with a 2.0 goals against average and a .949 save percentage. And the exact same lineup that head coach Rick Zombo, his 11th year with Lindenwood, and a former NHL player, he's not going to change anything. He's going to go with everything, and hopefully for his liking, we'll get the same result. Missouri State, they want to change that here this evening, and the Ice Bears hope to come away with a split against the Lindenwood Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve Zombo, a veteran coach, as you said, and outstanding efforts by Coach Zombo and his club and the Lindenwood program, just an outstanding program overall. So it's always a good, enjoyable rivalry with Missouri State and Lindenwood.
Well, Joey Messenbrink is our public address announcer, and we were trying to work on a public address feed, and I don't know if we have that. It looks like apparently we do not. So I'll give you the starting lineup while they're doing it on the ice. And I guess, I thought they were going to go the national anthem, but it sounds like they will not. So the starting lineup for Missouri State: on defense, it'll be Samuel Frederick along with Mark Kapovic. Forwards starting will be Terrence Josephson, Ted Cardinale, and Garrett Woljecki. As I mentioned, he got a goal in yesterday's game. For the Lindenwood Lions, their same starting lineup: on defense, Kyler Newman and Brendan Murphy, along with the forwards Sam Watson, Hayden Ursulak, and Vigard Ferret. Now, the one thing about Vigard Ferret is he has points in the last 5 games against Missouri State. But yesterday he got an assist. That breaks his goal-scoring streak because he had 4 goals in 4 games consecutively until last night. So that's a positive, holding Vigard Ferret to just an assist in yesterday's game. They are announcing the starting lineups for the Lindenwood Lions, and again, since we don't have a PA feed for that, Stan, thanks for doing camera work, and I'll give you a quick little tip here. If you loosen this little guy right there, you'll be able to move the camera. Just remember to tighten it up after the end of the period, and we'll be in good shape. So Stan Melton will be doing the camera work for you.
Yep, we got a rookie on here.
Yeah, let's zoom in just a little bit tighter. There we go. And we should be in good shape. Can't guarantee about our clock camera, it's working. But just barely hanging on. So we tried to fix things as best we could, and we're able to get it all taken care of for you here tonight. So they are going to play the national anthem. I'll tell you what, we will take a quick break, and when we come back, more hockey between Missouri State and Lindenwood. We'll do that in just a moment.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Hey, Springfield, are you ready for some hockey?
Here's Barrett.
Left side with the beeline on over to O'Brien. Back to Barrett. Score!
Steve Casson here, voice of your Missouri State Ice Bears. Join us at Jordan Valley Ice Park in downtown Springfield for this year's excitement.
This is head coach Jeremy Law. The Bears are back for another season, so check out our schedule at MissouriStateHockey.com and get your tickets now.
Here come the Ice Bears. Turin with Bell catching up. Turin shoots. Score! Oh, baby! Back at the Centene Ice Arena. Steve Casson, Stan Melton. Centene Community Ice Arena, as they call it.
You know, Steve, we were talking about Maryland Heights, and we're actually in, I guess, the park area, like I like to call it, but beautiful arena, absolutely stunning arena, 4-sheet arena, a home practice facility for the St. Louis Blues. Hollywood Casino is in this area, Riverport Amphitheater, a great area here. It's just east of the Missouri River, south of I-70, and great location, and boy, oh boy, this is an amazing arena.
Missouri State skating from the left to the right, Lindenwood from the right to the left. We are underway here in period number 1, game 2 between these two clubs. Missouri State 0-3 on the season, Lindenwood 3-0, and off the draw. Puck will be sent back down to the Missouri State zone by the Lions. Vigard Fred is there to chase. Broken up from him, Sam Watson tries to pick it up. Ice Bears intercept. Puck is cleared out to center ice. It'll be taken by Ted Cardinale, sent right back in on the laid off side, and Lindenwood will clear the zone. Gets it over to the Ice Bears' Samuel Frederick. 1 goal for him, and the puck gets flipped up and out of play. We'll have a face-off, and this should come, I believe, at the near side, right in front of what would be the penalty box. 19:26 remaining. And again, we'll have to get that clock fixed up. It's our camera is on the table and it's weighted. Big hit there on the far side in front of the Ice Bears bench as Alex Rubin puts a hit on Kyler Newman of Lindenwood, and the Ice Bears have it. Bell had it go off of the skate of his forward partner, and Rubin goes back in the Missouri State zone. Forechecking there now for the Ice Bears. They'll pick it up and with authority get it out to center ice. Rubin pushes it ahead off of the stick of Matt Runyon, the senior out of New Prague, Minnesota. Back behind the net. Denis had it for a moment, kicked away from him. Billy Denis has 2 goals and 2 assists lifetime against Missouri State. Across the line in the Missouri State zone, Jack Radley had it go off of his stick, and it's back down to the Lindenwood end. Ice Bears with a line change. Denis gives it up to the near side, now to Caleb Ernst across the line. Ernst will drop it down in low behind the net, centering it out in front. and nobody there except for Denis. Picks it up, shot, and a save. It went off the glove of Stevens, and it's moved into the corner and then right through the crease, where it is deflected out to center ice. Chasing it is Evan Ross for Missouri State. He'll pick it up. Ross centers it in front, and it connects to Jacob Wetop, but it got deflected up and high. Along the goal line, Ice Bears have it again. Shot in, big save as Evan Ross got that one for Missouri State, and CDOT had to make a big save, and the Ice Bears with all sorts of shots on CDOT. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, but at least 2, maybe 3 for Missouri State. Lead pass connects to a guy that got 2 goals yesterday, Jeremy Velasquez, and Velasquez has it go down low along the goal line, where it'll be Austin Wilk to check. But the Ice Bears have it. They flip it up out to center ice, and it's all the way down to the Lindenwood zone. Chased now by Jason Kelly. Stuart Hopkins to put some forechecking pressure. Ice Bears steal it, send down in low. Working it around is Kelly once again. Over to the far side. Stuart Hopkins is there. Hopkins hops over a stick. It is offside as Samuel Frederick wasn't able to keep it across, from going across the blue line, that is. So the offside will bring it just outside. Are they going to bring it just outside the Lindenwood line, or are they going to say it was delivered? No, that's what they'll do. Well, unofficially, they're saying shots on goal, Missouri State has 1 and Lindenwood has 2. Not sure I agree with that. Puck is cleared out to center, but I'm not the official statistician. Sent down in the Missouri State zone. Swept by Kapovic into the near side. And the Lions will gain control. Brendan Murphy flips it all the way down to the Missouri State zone. Stevens there to send it off the glass. Half boards now. Battle for it. Coming in is Declan Carter. Carter has 2 goals, including 1 yesterday from Johns Creek, Georgia. Behind the net. Still a struggle for it. Dug out, coming in on the short side was Newman, and it went up high and wide from the left face-off dot. Now Lions again. They send it up the middle. Here's a backhander right side, missing as Murphy sent it to the right side, and it was missed by the forward coming in. That was Martin. Now a drive from the right point by Newman is saved by Stevens, and it's out to center. Ice Bears chase it back into the LU zone. Well, Jecky had it for a moment. Now we come the other way. Right to left in the Missouri State zone. Well, Jecky comes to back check. He's trying to dig it out. Vigard Ferret in there Ferret for the Lions. He played for the Springfield Express, and I used to call him Ferret, but he said, nope, it's Ferret. So that's what he is now. Puck up the middle, underneath the stick of Ferret. Drop down in low. Ferret goes to the goal line. He tries to push his way. The Ice Bears have it. And it's Wilczeki to flip it up. Finley to grab it for Lindenwood, and it stays in the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears want to clear this out and change players if they can. Lindenwood has some pressure going on with 15:18 to go in the period. Puck in, save Stevens, rebound, and Ferret is able to hold on to it. Gets the shot, and Bailey Stevens is able to hold on to it.
Steve, the Ice Bears had a very close call in that offensive rush by Lindenwood. Lindenwood, a great pass in front of Bailey Stevens. The Ice Bears goaltender, Martin, luckily fanning on the shot attempt, and because he had a wide open net on that one.
But the Ice Bears off the draw, they'll win it again. But it's Lindenwood to gain possession. And it comes back in the Lindenwood zone. Now moved into the Missouri State end of the ice. Sent down in low to the half boards. And back to the right side. Vigard Ferret is there, but it's kicked out to center, and Lindenwood will reset. Speaking of reset, trying to get your camera look reset, but unfortunately just doesn't want to work here for me. I think we've got it now. So it's all set up for you. Now it's Ernst. He'll send it to the line. That's as far as it goes. Drop down around the half boards in the Missouri State zone, and it's back out to center ice. 14:19 to go in the period. Ernst gives it up and sends it in the zone. Caleb Ernst had a goal yesterday, the senior out of Overland Park, Kansas. He'll gain control. And Randley sends it down in the Missouri State zone. Lindenwood with a line change. No score, first period. Shots, they're still saying now 5-1 in favor of Lindenwood. I think that's heavily favoring Lindenwood, as Missouri State has had a couple on CDOT. Some good ones. Line change for the Ice Bears. They let it go. They were afraid it would have been too many men. And now it's played by Mark Kapovic. Kapovic's shot hits a skate. Finnegan is able to grab it for Lindenwood. Ryan Finnegan, 2 goals, 2 assists, the junior from Tecumseh, Kansas. Now walking down the middle, Finnegan does, intercepted and grabbed by Missouri State's Kelly. Racing hard for the Ice Bears is Stuart Hopkins, and he's not fast enough to wave off the icing. 13:10 to go in the period. And we'll have a face-off. That'll come back in the Missouri State end of the ice.
You mentioned Stuart Hopkins, Steve. He's one of our players that has advanced all the way from the Springfield Youth Hockey Association through Springfield High School Hockey and on into Missouri State University and making the roster of the Ice Bears D1 team.
Puck back down to the Lindenwood zone. And the Lions forgot the puck, but now they come with a 3-on-3 into the zone as Finnegan. Nice pass right side, drive in, and an even better save by Stevens on Andy Willis. Puck cleared out to center. Now Denis with it. Back in the Missouri State zone. This should be an icing, and it is. Icing with 12:38 to go in the period, and no score. Well, it has been a much better game for Missouri State right now. No score. I still disagree with the shots. I'd give the Ice Bears at least a couple more. They're not concerned about that, as long as it goes in the net. That's what they're most concerned about. Ice Bears keep it in the Lindenwood end of the ice, and they will break out with Brendan Murphy. Over to Delclan Carter. Puck goes wide and no icing. So the Ice Bears will play the puck. Puck stolen, comes right up the middle. Drive in, save Stevens, rebound, score! Zach Martin will get the rebound, and Missouri State was looking at the official and said they thought it was covered. But that's not what's going to happen, so Martin will get the goal. And that's his 3rd goal of the season, and it's 1-0 in favor of Lindenwood.
Martin, having missed an almost sure goal earlier in the period, cashed in on this time around.
And we'll take a look at it, but Stevens really thought he had the save. He made the first one. He thought it was covered, and apparently it wasn't, according to the official. So the home team will score first, and Martin will get it. This one coming at 11:54. His 3rd of the season. Now a couple of players, Colton Crago and Simon Hobbs of Missouri State, fall behind the Missouri State net. And it's slashed into the Lindenwood zone. Missouri State will gain control, though, out of their own end. Intercepted by Sam Watson of Lindenwood. Lions with a line change. Ice Bears still trying to gain possession in their own zone. They can't. Comes to Runyon with a shot that sails up high and wide. Vigard Ferret is there. Good play by the Ice Bears defensively on the play by Bell to break up the right side pass. Drive in, save Stevens. That one from the stick of Ursulek. Now Missouri State with possession, and they finally are able to get it out to center ice. Move it down across the line. Good play. Here's Alex Rubin in front. He shoots, and it went wide. So did a stick. The stick of Wilk. We come the other way. 10:42 remaining. They're announcing Martin with the goal. So Willis will get an assist. And that's the only assist. Here's a shot in from the right side that's swallowed up by Stevens. That one came off the stick of Wilk. And now some pushing and shoving. Officials say play on. 1-0 Lindenwood. 10:21 remaining. Off the draw, the Lions will win it, but Missouri State gains possession. Evan Ross moves it down the line to Lohman, and it's blocked in front. Ice Bears couldn't catch up. They do have 3 back now. Lions with a 2-on-3. They work it in the zone. They tried to connect with Kyle Diamond. It didn't work. Here comes Missouri State. 2-on-2 across the line. A shot attempt by Jacob Wheatop is blocked, and Missouri State will gain possession again. It's Lohman who will shoot it in, and CDOT with the save. Lions and Newman. He's hit by Derek Smith on the ice now, and the Ice Bears back in their own zone with Brian Schumacher, the 5th-year senior. Shuey didn't play for a semester and then came back, and the Ice Bears missed him. Here he comes across the line. 2-on-2, drive in, sails wide. Checked off the play was Jason Kelly, and we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Kelly's not happy. Who else is not happy? It looks like Brendan Baldwin, too. And apparently a whistle for the net being dislodged. So must have been an Ice Bear because Lindenwood elected to face it off on the near side face-off dot. That's the new rule now, where you can decide what side you would like to face things off at. Finnegan had to go underneath this stick. It's back down to the Missouri State end. 9:04 to go in the period. And the Ice Bears lead a 3-on-3 into the zone. Chasing it down is Jason Kelly. He'll get to it. Kelly's there. He's double teamed, and Ferret will have it. Vigard's pass over to Velasquez. He'll shoot it in, and line change for Missouri State. Fresh on the ice is Simon Hobbs. He runs some rough shot. It comes right out in front as Velasquez with a backhanded pass. No look to Colton Crago, and Stevens makes the save. And I still, Stan, don't like the fact that they're saying Missouri State's being outshot 11-4. And I know the Ice Bears have had more than 4 shots. Lions with possession behind the net. LU working it. Now a scrum behind the net. Works to the far side. Pushing it forward is Josephson. It's up the middle, but intercepted by Missouri State. Garrett Wojcicki leads an Ice Bear rush. Wojcicki right side. He waits, and as he tried to pass over, it was nothing but Lion sticks down the middle. So the Ice Bears will set it up again. They'll shoot it in, delayed offside. Everyone clears, and Finley is there. For Lindenwood, over to Runyon. Intercepted by Missouri State's Wojcicki. Puck is cleared down, and no icing. The officials rule it was tipped. So Runyon will have it, the senior from New Prague, Minnesota. To Ferret. He is held up at the blue line by Frederick. Ice Bears bench reacts to that. It's not fans. Here comes Bell. He shoots, and it missed wide. Cooley from the right side, drive in, and CDOT will hold on to that.
Steve, you mentioned you're not real pleased with the way they're doing shots on goal, and I'm sure the Lindenwood goalie's not happy about that either. Goalies always like to have a high shot total, a legitimate shot, so it improves their save percentage.
Exactly. I was talking to head coach Rick Zombo before the game, and I had mentioned about CDOT and a couple of other things, and he said, well, I didn't like yesterday that Missouri State scored 3 goals on 18 shots. And I said, well, that as Stevens has to make a save now. I said, well, then, that's something that I think, and I didn't necessarily tell him that I thought that the shots were not being counted correctly. As here comes a drive in by Bell. It gets deflected off the shoulder of CDOT, but, I kind of hinted to that. Puck in the Lions zone, or the Ice Bears zone. Lions will move it away, but the Ice Bears have it. Off of the stick of Cooley, and Ernst will have possession. Lindenwood to slow things down just a little bit, and it's Schumacher to grab. Brian Schumacher out of St. Louis, right here, which is an all-encompassing area in St. Louis. Puck gets flipped up and out of play. 6:25 to go in the period. Shots are now 11-7, looking a little better.
Steve, you mentioned Brian Schumacher from St. Louis, and we talked about Stuart Hopkins from Springfield. Ice Bears roster getting more international, national as we go by every year. The roster changes, mainly from a St. Louis-based roster to much more international and national roster.
Vancouver, BC, Workingham, England, Gibbons, Canada, Penza, Russia, Devalve, Sweden, Perth, Germany, Nantes, France. It is
a product of always recruiting the best talent you can find, and coaches Jeremy Law and Cliff Cook are looking at the juniors level strongly and all over the place for excellent hockey players.
Face off the right of CDOT. Ice Bears do win it, and they'll work it to the right side. Here is a shot in that got just deflected wide. Sam Heiser wrote the assistant captain with that one. Puck out to the right side, and it's Finnegan across the line. Centers it in front. Velasquez had it, but it was tipped nicely by Evan Ross into the corner. That broke up any possibility for a scoring chance. Now Willis with a drive in and a save. Finnegan had it roll off of his stick. And a backhander by Heinrich Lohman is cleared out to center. Series scoring, Josh Bell has 1 goal and 3 assists. Heinrich Lohman has 2 goals and 1 assist in the series. And getting pulled down is Hopkins as he crosses the line. No penalty. Play continues. Hopkins moves it to the far side. It is held in. Hopkins with it. Left side he shoots, and CDOT with the save. Shots are now 11-9 in favor of Lindenwood. No score. I take that back. I want it to be no score, but Martin does have a goal. His third. Willis with the assist, and 1-0. It's just been a while since that goal has happened. Oh, the Ice Bears lose the puck. Here comes Colton Crago. He's going to break free. Crago shoots, saved by Stevens. Huge save there.
Excellent work by Bailey Stevens, the veteran senior goaltender.
Steve Casson, Stan Melton doing camera. Stan, thanks so much. You're a rookie camera guy, but,
yes, sir.
But it's all good. At least we have somebody.
Yes, sir.
I had a couple of people text me wanting to do camera, and unfortunately they had other commitments when they found out it was a 3 o'clock game. Puck to the far side. Kelly's there trying to work free, but it's Frederick. Frederick, the freshman out of North Vancouver, BC, has turned out to be a fairly stand-up defenseman right now for Missouri State. In just his first few ACHA games. Frederick is there, but it gets tipped away by Derek Smith, one of the veterans. Puck is flipped up and cleared out to center ice, and Smith will go to the bench. Smith played D, then he was on a forward line, and he can transition back and forth, and he acted as a defenseman there. Puck into the Missouri State line by Wilk. Shot up high, off the glass. Vigard Ferret is there. Looking to Ursulak on the right side. He'll drop in low. Ferret will get it over to Kruger left side. Shot missing wide. Far side again to Wilk. Wilk with a drive-in save. Stevens loose. Where is it? And the Ice Bears defensively will have it. And Heiserode is able to clear it down all the way, but not on goal. So we'll have an icing call. 3:38 to go in the period.
Steve, you mentioned my rookie status as cameraman, and I'm asking for a little understanding from our audience as my rust goes all the way back to my days as a television production studio cameraman at the cable television system studios. So,
and Telecable, of course.
Now Mediacom.
Yep.
I won't say how many years ago that was.
A couple years ago.
Yes, sir.
Finley gives it up to Ursulak. Drive in, deflected into the corner. May have been off of the body of Ferret. 3:21 to go. Our next broadcast, well, let's just say my next broadcast, will be next Friday, January 22nd, live from Ames ISU Arena. That will not be on Web Sports Radio. That will actually be on Stretch Internet. And that is the intranet of Iowa State. Head coach Jason Ferriman asked if I'd come on and do those broadcasts, so I will do those games, but unfortunately it will be on the Stretch Internet. The exact link is stretchinternet.com.isu hockey. It unfortunately is a pay site, but the Ice Bears games will be on that, and I'll be calling those next weekend in Ames, Iowa. Here's Ferret, right up the middle. Stevens with the save. Another pad save as coming right through was Ursulak, and the net, I believe, gets dislodged. Or are we going to get a penalty? No. We're going to have a face-off in the zone, so the whistle was called. Ferret comes in. Bell for Missouri State. Bell wins it. The Ice Bears cleared at the point, and a nice play as the Ice Bears have the numbers left side drive into the zone. Actually, a right side as you look at it, left side for the goaltender. Now we get a whistle for stoppage and play, and the official calls it offside. That was close. And Stan again shot 16-9. Not sure how much or how accurate that is. Puck is cleared all the way down. 2:39 to go in the period. And just a 1-0 lead for Lindenwood.
Ice Bears are evening it up a lot more on shots on goal, Steve, but certainly the bright spot, very bright spot this period is how competitive the Ice Bears are compared to last night's game. Just outstanding night and day difference here. Yeah, Ice Bears with a great effort.
Definitely taking the body and double teaming and working better in their defensive zone. Puck is out to center. Here comes Missouri State. Leading it is Evan Ross. He gets a shot off. It hits a stick and it's moved into the corner. That was the stick of Brendan Murphy. Now behind the net, Murphy sees it go to the far side. Taken by Evan Ross. Sent back down in low by Simon Hobbs. Intercepted by Missouri State. Backhander in front. Save. And the rebound is held up. The backhander by Evan Ross was a second effort by Wheatop, and CDOT had to make the save. So that's at least 2 shots. And they only put 1 on the board. Basically what I'm trying to say is Missouri State is getting a lot more shots than they did yesterday, and they're getting more opportunities. Bell gets put into the face-off as Rubin got kicked out. So it'll be Bell and Willis. And it's won by Lindenwood. Taken by Velasquez. Lead pass comes across to Finnegan. Stops up. He gets it over right on front to Wilk, and a save, Stevens. Near side. Up the middle, Ice Bears defensively, good play there, and they are able to break it up, but they can't clear it just yet. Now they do. Bell gets it out to center, and it goes to Rubin. Across the line, Rubin with a drive in and a save by CDOT. He'll hold on. 1:26 to go in the period. And Stan, I don't know what we're going to do for an interview. Maybe John Leamy, the head coach of Missouri State Soccer. Well, it's an old interview, but we'll run it.
And soccer's about to start their season.
It is. Shot comes in off the side of the net by Bell. Missouri State gets one here, and it'll be a different hockey game. Here is Frederick. He shoots. It's deflected up, and now we've got a glove and sticks and everything flying. Puck across to Velasquez. 2-on-1, saved by Stevens. 1 minute to go in the period. Ice Bears looking to change. They flip it up and get it out to center and all the way down into the Lindenwood zone where Denis will chase. One was a Lindenwood glove. The other one was an Ice Bear stick. Now it's the Lions with Willis. Drop to Denis. Line change for Lindenwood. They almost had too many men on the ice. Willis will send it all the way down and finish the change. Stevens to stop. He didn't know Crago's there, and Stevens has to make a save as he left it behind the net. Crago was the player to intercept, and Stevens saw the wraparound and made the save. Well, Stan, I'm not going to argue, but on that, they just gave Missouri State a shot.
Interesting official scorer work there.
Off the draw, the Ice Bears have it. Do they clear it out to center? They do. And Hopkins gets partially interfered with, no penalty. Martin will intercept for Lindenwood. And it'll go back to the Lions zone where it's Runyon, the senior defenseman. 5'10", 175 he's listed at. He'll wait. 4 seconds to go, and that's why, because time will run out in the period. Shots on goal in the period. Stevens faces 19. And the Ice Bears put 13 on Lindenwood goaltender Cooper Cedot. The only goal in the period is the one by Martin, his third of the season. And that is where we stand right now. After one period of play, Willis will get an assist, and it's 1-0 Lindenwood. Well, Stan,
we were talking about it, Steve. A great period for the Ice Bears, considering last night's game. They've really stepped up on the offensive side for sure, and defense is playing much stronger this game. So Coach Law and Coach Cook, I'm sure, had interesting discussions last night.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have an interview with John Leamy. It's an old one. It's an oldie but goodie, right? There you go. We'll do that in just a moment. He is the Missouri State soccer coach. Coming up in just a moment.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation. This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Now joining us is the head coach of Missouri State Soccer, and John Leamy. And John, to say that you guys had a fantastic season is an understatement. This is a team that went 17-0 to start. You set the record for the most wins. You end up 18-1-1 on the season, undefeated until almost the second to the last game of the season, and you end up losing to Central Florida. But there have been a couple of games during that I was watching your season. There were a couple of games where it was tied, and I mean tied, I mean 0-0, and the golden goal gets scored. And I mean, this is just a soccer team that did not quit all season.
Steve, they found a way, and thank you for those kind comments. The boys were unbelievable. They're on it. They were focused all season. They came in with some goals they wanted to achieve, and they just took it one practice, one film session, one treatment, one game at a time, and they just kept going. Steve, Michael Creek just scored, so we got two of our soccer guys out there at the intermission contest. This is the third year in a row Michael has scored.
You know, and
this is big time, Steve.
That's funny because you were watching it. You had your eyes peeled, trying to figure out what was going on, and sure enough,
he scored again.
Well, at the golden goal, you know, what do you expect?
And he's a goalie. He's a goalie scoring. So, hey, meanwhile, back to MSU soccer. But the guys, they did great. We got a fantastic coaching staff with Mike Siebold and Phil Woods and Will Lukowski. They get the kids prepared. They're on it. And we're really going into a lot of different directions, Steve. And Connor and I were just visiting. You're going to get a chance to talk with Connor about the atmosphere down here. Folks, if you're not down here, you've got to come down to Mediacom Ice Park. It is just full. It is wrapped around people. There's got to be 1,500 plus here. It is just an unbelievable atmosphere, and our guys love being here, and it's just been a thrill.
Oh, tell me about it. Our guys can hear your guys when the puck goes into the corner and you're yelling and screaming. It's almost like we're at a hockey game in a soccer arena. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's amazing.
They got some of the chants going. Of course, you're going to hear from Connor from England, but we got some international guys, and they bring some spirit and stuff. And you know, and that's happening in hockey too around the world, and there's so many similarities between the sports. But guys, great year. They're on it. We're back at training again. We're working to see if we can get another really good team put together for next fall.
You know, you guys were the MVC regular season champs, first team to go 10-0. I mean, all sorts of records were set. Just you as a person, is it a clean slate come the next season? In other words, you look at some of this and you say, okay, these are records that really can't get matched. The only way to match records like this is to win the dang thing. And so do you just take that out of your head and say, hey, we had a great season and we're just going to continue to do what we do the next season?
I think it builds with some players. Now, we're going to have new players. They won't know anything about that because they weren't on the team. But when you lose, there's a stinging. And it was tough up in Chicago in the tournament final because we gave a goal up very late, a minute left, and then we lost in the penalties, which is gut-wrenching. But then, you know what, our guys left it, and, you know, we're getting on the bus, we're heading home, and boom, we're done with it. Fortunate, we got an NCAA game, first home game in the program's history, and the guys came back out, and it was a tough night in terms of some of the conditions and whatnot. We were lightninged, rain, delay. They emptied the stadium. The crowd had to leave, but then they all came back, Steve. They all came back, and our guys found a way to win that, and then it was off to Florida, just a little bit short down there. The guys played their guts out down there, but we just fell a little bit short, and it was a tough overtime loss, but we're going to come back in next year. We haven't won a game yet. We haven't done anything, and you just build it again, and you know, you just take it. Same process. Let's go. Let's get better every day.
Hey, Connor, if you want to go down right by the camera area, we have another headset down there, and if you want to put that one on, we'll be able to talk to both of you at the same time. But, you know, this one thing I want to ask you while we wait for Connor to go grab those headsets is that when the soccer team started out, maybe you had a win or two or something like that, but the attendance was what it was. Did you notice the difference in attendance and the difference in the vocalness of the fans as the season progressed?
Without a doubt. Our guys are just so proud of the school, and they love to play for their students and the community, and they appreciate when they come out, and it is awesome when they come out and they get to play in front of, you know, some fans, just like our Ice Bears. I mean, it means so much to these kids. They know every time they come here, there's a lot of people that are going to see them multiple times or for the first time. And you got to keep playing for that young kid that's coming with his mom and dad maybe for the first time. And you just got to lay your best out there every night.
Connor, obviously the thing that you want to do is win a championship, and that was probably on the team's mind. But as the season progressed, at one point in the season, did all of a sudden it start to become a reality for you guys?
I think we had to just think about game by game, training session by training session. We couldn't really go through the season and think about, right, this is what we've achieved. Because we always wanted to achieve more. We were looking at the national tournament and thinking, we need to give this a real go, and we just need to think, not getting too carried away, thinking next training session, even as small as next classroom, next time we have class, making sure that everyone does their jobs and getting everything done.
Obviously, with the accent, you're from England, I believe, right?
Of course, yes.
What made you decide to come to Missouri State?
I couldn't get a contract back home in England, and this opportunity arose. Coach Seabolt came to me and said, look, we're looking for a player in your position. Would you like to join? And with the team that I saw that he was building, it was a no-brainer for me to be able to come here in the university system that America has, being able to come here, play soccer, and also come out with a degree. I have a plan B if soccer wasn't to go the way I want it to go, so it was a no-brainer for me and my family, really.
Are you kind of the popular one now? Everyone's talking about you back home?
I have a lot of players, a lot of my old friends and teammates and things, they're all playing in the Premier League, so right now probably not the popular guy, but it's a lot of people are asking me and are thinking about doing this sort of journey, and they've had a similar situation to me, leaving English football or soccer, and saying, is America worth it? Where can I go? I've had countless people come to me and ask, can you speak to your coach? Can I try and get a space on the team? So popular, maybe not, but a lot of people are asking, and they want to join in the fun over here.
Do you find, I know some of the games are televised, do you find maybe your family has to stay up late to try to watch you?
Yeah, so a lot of the games are usually 1, 2 in the morning that my family have to come over and watch for. So sometimes they can't always watch because obviously my family have work in the morning, but my family try and stay up and then obviously speak to them after the game, and then it's sort of a well done and then a good night sort of thing, going straight to bed and getting ready for work in the morning. So they watch some games, but they try and get to as many games as they can.
Describe this team. What was this team that went on an 18-1-1 record this season?
I think the biggest thing for us was just discipline and being able to not get carried away by the occasion. We were going 10-0, 11-0, 12-0, and just everyone in the locker room was just holding each other accountable, being able to say to each other, right, that's the record, but that's what we expect from ourselves. It's nothing special in the season at that time. Like, we wanted to be going 18, 19, 20-0, and if that's what we wanted to do, that's what we needed to get, and we were disappointed, to be honest, to get that, to lose the O. But we just making sure that we were accountable every game, not getting carried away with what was going on outside of the team, making sure that everyone stayed focused, training was competitive, everyone was still working hard in the classroom, and yeah, just making sure that everyone was staying focused and disciplined on the job we had to do, because we set our sights high and we knew how we were going to do it, and if we wanted to do it, that's what we had to do. We had to stay disciplined.
Connor Langdon, of course, you're hearing from right now, part of the Missouri State soccer team, and head coach John Leamy is also joining us. And John, I know every year you guys do this, and every year there's so much excitement and enthusiasm. Connor, when you're out on the soccer, I guess it's called, is it the pitch, or what is it called?
Yeah, we'll call it the pitch.
Yeah,
okay. We'll call it the pitch.
So when you're out on the pitch, I mean, do you hear fans at all? I mean, obviously it's different from being at a hockey game, like you can tell how loud it is in here. But at least in America, because I would assume maybe in Europe you can probably hear folks there, but do you get to hear anybody here at all?
Yeah, the more and more people that come, the better, you know. We just want as many people to come and make some noise, and the memories that we make are when we play in games with the biggest crowds, and obviously the bigger the crowd, the more it's going to help us. We want to perform for our fans, we want to be able to win games in front of our fans in our home stadiums, and we want to do that for as many people as we can. So hopefully as many people listen to this radio as we can, to come out, come watch a soccer game, come and enjoy the atmosphere, and hopefully help us to do better than we did last year.
So when when your team record started to get maybe about 9-0, 10-0, was there a game that you thought, oh, this is it, we're done, and then all of a sudden you pull it out? What was that, or was there a game?
So the one game probably was Valparaiso away. It was we got past half time. We were 2-0 down. Really looking, if a fan's looking on at the game, they're thinking it's game over and it's going to be our first loss. But as a team, we stuck together. We kept performing and we managed to bring it back to 2-2. Went to overtime and then scored early on in overtime and won 3-2. And that was just an epitome of our team, really, being able to never know when we need to give up and just kept going. We knew we were good enough to score goals. We just needed to perform on the day, and luckily we managed to pull it out and win the game 3-2 in overtime.
Much like hockey, your goaltender is your big guy. Describe the play of your goalie this year.
Creek's been huge for us. I mean, Creek's always been massive as a character and an example in the locker room and in the classroom. He's an example to all the other guys, and he's huge for us. There's moments when, as you say, you need your goalkeeper or your goaltender to keep you in games, and he certainly did that for us. Especially, he gave us a chance, he gave us a glimpse against UCF in the national tournament, and there was definitely times where we were winning games 1-0, and he saved the game for us. He kept us that W instead of giving us a draw. So he was huge for us this year.
Yeah, hey Steve, goalies are sometimes considered, in soccer or hockey, like the crazy guy, but you need a stable person, and Michael is just on it. He's a 397 student. He's an academic All-American. He takes the job very seriously and trains and prepares. He was great for us this year, as many others, Matt Bentley and Josh Dalling and Kyle Hebert. We had several All-Americans, whether they're on the field or academic, so some really good high-end guys.
I always ask people, so Connor, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do?
I mean, obviously, of course, the reason why I came out here was to continue my career in America, try and play professional soccer if that's possible. But obviously, I've had the disappointment in England, so I know that it's not 100%, and that's why I came out here to be able to play soccer and still keep that dream alive, and also to have the backup of getting a degree. So obviously, first choice is obviously to play soccer over here and try and further my career here, or maybe somewhere else in Europe if it's possible. But at the end of the day, I'm a business management degree, and that's what I try and do. Try and get into the business world, either stay in the country or might have to fly back home.
Is there a difference now in hockey? There is a difference between the American game and the European game, partially. Well, unfortunately, we'll have to know the difference between those games later, as we are ready for period number 2. Missouri State this time skating from the right to the left, and from the left to the right, it will be the Lindenwood Lions. And off the draw, the Lions will have control. Rushing in for Missouri State is Ted Cardinale. And we turn the other way. Goes off the stick of Sam Watson. Ice Bears intercept, not able to move it. We're 5-on-5. And sent back in the Missouri State zone. Swung around the far side, back behind the net. Working it now is Sam Watson. Up the middle, intercepted. The Ice Bears are able to clear it, but they do clear it into the Lions bench. Face-off will, I believe, now they're going to bring it outside. Okay, break for Missouri State. And off the draw, Lindenwood with it again. Murphy will flip a high fly ball that bounces back and hits the wall. Shot off the side, intercepted. Ice Bears had it for a moment, but it was taken away by the same guy who has it now, and that is Watson. Watson's pass to Ferret, now back to Watson again. Running interference for the Ice Bears is Schumacher. He ties it up. Ice Bears have it, but instead of letting Bell have it, it'll be gobbled up by Bailey Stevens. He'll hold on. 19:04 to go in the period. Face off to the right of Stevens. His left as he looks at it. Puck is taken away and cleared out to center ice. Off the stick of Rubin, and here come the Ice Bears. A 2-on-2 drive in, and a save as the shot by Hunter Cooley was trying to pick the upper right-hand corner, and CDOT will make the save there. You kind of have to wonder, what do you have to do to get it past this goaltender? Cooper CDOT, 2.0 goals against average. Allowed 4 goals on 74 shots. That's it. Now the Lions will regroup in their own zone. Forechecking by Bell. Good play there. Gets it deeper in the Lions' end of the ice with 18:34 to go in the period. Here comes Runyon. He's 1-on-2, a drive in that Stevens is able to deflect into the corner. Now to Cooley. Cooley's pass intercepted, comes up the middle. Lions with it. Finnegan, left side, drive in, and it's a bouncer that Stevens is able to make the save on the shot by Finnegan. 18:13 to go in the period. So the Ice Bears with new players in the lineup tonight, including Stuart Hopkins, Levi Wright, Jason Kelly, Evan Ross. Off the draw, puck is kicked out to center, goes back into the Lindenwood end. One of those new players, Ross, sweeps it around to the near side boards. It is taken away by Willis and almost stripped from him by Ross, sent down to the Missouri State zone to Levi Wright. Wright's pass to the near side boards, kicked off the boards. Wilk is able to hold it in. Nothing there but Ice Bears, and Missouri State will work it out to center. Off the stick of Ross and intercepted. Taken away by Jacob Wheatop. He'll come in the zone, but it's quickly kicked out to center and into the Missouri State bench. So 17:34 to go in the period, and the faceoff should come out to center ice, and it does. Standing much different game, more subdued right now, with Missouri State controlling the play a little bit.
Yeah, much more of a battle today, and outstanding work by Missouri State. Big improvement.
Ice Bears cannot work it out at the zone. Backhanded by Jack Radley, sophomore out of San Diego, California. Now a quintet of players behind the net, still battling for it. Derek Smith is the lone fifth player in there to try to move it along. Frederick there. Officials say let it play. Taken away by Lindenwood. Ernst, and the Ice Bears have it. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Moved left side. Kelly. Kelly with it. Backhander comes out in front. Smith skates through as it went off a Brandon Baldwin stick, and the Ice Bears need to get back. Here's Ernst, left to right. Pass broken up. Good play there by Frederick, and Missouri State to Smith. He'll flip it up, hits Wilk, and stays in play. Smith to chase it for Missouri State, and he'll send it back in. The Ice Bears go for a line change. Derek Smith, a couple of seasons ago actually, had a situation where it was just innocent. Checked into the corner. It played Oklahoma. And we'll fast forward, but he had to go to the hospital and get his leg operated on. He had what they call upper compartment syndrome, where it's basically internal bleeding in the leg, and he got that all taken care of, and he's back skating. In fact, skating as a forward now.
Scary, scary injury, Steve, and just amazing that Derek was able to come back after that, because many of us thought he would not be returning to hockey. It's great to see him back.
Yeah, definitely. Carter slid down as he tried to spin around and get it in front. It missed wide. Now Lindenwood still with some pressure. Carter working it through. Declan Carter, 5'10", 165, but he looks a little bit bigger there on the ice. Puck up the middle once again, and as it went through off of Newman's stick, Stevens is able to stick it away, and the puck gets deflected up and out of play. 15:44 to go in the period. Still a 1-0 lead back in the first period. Martin with his third of the season. Willis gets the assist, and that's all the scoring right now.
Nice work by Bailey Stevens on that offensive effort by Lindenwood. A couple of chances there that were tough for a goalie to handle, and Bailey came through in good shape.
Newman up high with a shot that misses wide, and it goes off the glass and all the way out. Lindenwood will reset. Here's Newman. Sends it to nobody near side boards. And Crago will send it down in. Colton Crago with a shorthanded goal in yesterday's game. 2 on the season, well, 2 goals in the season and 1 shorthanded goal. Puck stays in. Here's Ferret. Intercepted by Missouri State. Taken away by Wojcicki. Backs out to center. 15-11 to go in the period. And the Ice Bears with some still sustained pressure and hitting. Changing things up here for Lindenwood. Now across the line, into the zone. Watson leads the charge, comes right out in front, and Stevens apparently made the save. Big save there by Bailey Stevens as jumping ahead of the play with Sam Watson. And Stevens shuts the door. Still 1-0 though.
Now Lindenwood not letting up. Another really challenging offensive effort there, and Bailey again shuts the door on him.
Puck is kicked out to the left side, still in the zone though. Watson out in front, good play defensively by Hobbs. Gets it out of harm's way. Now to Ferret behind to Watson. Ice Bears push. Levi Wright is there to try to move things along. Ferret still with the puck for Lindenwood. Another defensive play, this time by Bell of Missouri State, and the Ice Bears kick it out to center. And they're still fighting for it. They have it. Bell across the line, gets it to Cooley. Cooley looking for a backhander. It's bounced out in front, and it's held on to.
You know, Steve, one thing you can certainly see in this game is Lindenwood's work in the offensive zone. Last night marked great work and precision passing and puck control, key puck control. And the Ice Bears doing a much better job tonight of breaking up that puck control, breaking up offensive efforts in Lindenwood's offensive zone.
Mason Kruger on the ice now. He'll have it for Lindenwood. Good forechecking pressure once again by Evan Ross behind the net. And it is Kruger. Gives it right up the middle to Willis. And the Ice Bears almost had it, but here comes Lindenwood across the line, left side, back to Finnegan from the pass from Velasquez. And we bring it out to center, and Lindenwood will set it up again. Willis will dump it in. It's Wright, the freshman, defenseman out of Fenton, Missouri, still looking for his first point with Missouri State. Puck to the near side, held in by Wilk on the right-hand point, dropped all the way down, and the Ice Bears get to it. That's one thing Missouri State is doing well, is they are beating Lindenwood to the puck now. Puck cleared out to center and back into the Lions zone. And Lindenwood will retreat. Missouri State on a line change. 13-18 to go in the period. Puck is held in by Lohman. Good play there. And the Ice Bears will complete their line change. Again next week, Missouri State will be at Ames ISU Arena and play for the 3rd and 4th times this season already Iowa State, as we get the puck coming in, and Stevens will hold on. A 7:30 game on Friday and a 5:30 game, I believe, on Saturday. And those games will be broadcast on stretchinternet.com/ISU hockey. That is a pay site, though, but I will have the broadcast. Here is Ernst with the drive-in, saves Stevens. Ice Bears clear it. They get it out to center. Shots are 26-15 in favor of Lindenwood. We came into the period at 19-13, which again, I don't agree with. Just 2 shots? I don't think so. Missouri State has had some good pressure in this period. Here's Diamond. His first shift on the ice for Lindenwood. Newman is there to put an Ice Bear down, but Missouri State at the half board still trying to gain control. Good forechecking pressure now by Terrence Josephson, and it stays in the zone. Brendan Murphy's able to kick it down in low. Comes up the middle, and a dangerous play by Stuart Hopkins. Another play with a stick by Cardinale, but this time he's going to get called. It's a tripping. It happened once. Or are they going to get the first penalty? Oh, it's the... Wait. No, it's not. Hopkins thought he got called, but no, it's the second penalty. And that'll get called against Cardinale. First penalty of the game, first power play for Lindenwood. And believe it or not, Stan, Lindenwood is 1 for 10. They're only 10% on the power play. Actually, that's less than 10%, I believe.
Yeah, certainly in last night's game they had several chances, and the Ice Bears, one thing that was working last night for the Ice Bears, the penalty kill unit. Hope it works again today.
Finnegan right out in front of Velasquez. Broken up, that is. And Finnegan will try it again. Right side, Velasquez, he tried to flip it up, and he did, but it flipped up and over the net, or over the, over the net and hit the netting. Back behind. 1:35 remaining in the power play for Lindenwood. 11:33 to go in the period. Off the draw, Newman. Left side shot missing wide by Brendan Murphy. Newman will try it again. Nope, he'll go to Murphy left side again. Up high. Now over to Finnegan. Gets it to Willis off of his skate. The Ice Bears have a chance to clear it, and they do. All the way down by Schumacher. And that'll take off some seconds. And Missouri State changes a full sail penalty kill unit. This time it's Derek Smith, Mark Kapkovic, Samuel Frederick, and Terrence Josephson. Lindenwood with Watson across the line to Radley. Back behind the net, working it to Ursulak. Now to Vigard Ferret. Over to Wilk. He shoots. It's partially blocked. Ice Bears have it. They can finally clear it on a second effort. That one by Kapkovic. And Kapkovic is able to get it out. Lions come right back in. They send it across. Here's Ferret. He shoots. Blocked in front. Good play there by Kapkovic. And he's able to clear it. Gets a lot of cheers from the Ice Bears bench on the double effort by Kapkovic. Here comes Ferret as Lindenwood has it again, and a save by Stevens. He didn't know where it was. It deflected to the near side. Power play has 7 seconds. Ferret again. Ferret left side. In front he shoots, and it's blocked in front. Wilk will have it for Lindenwood. Ice Bears with a great penalty kill there, but Lions still have possession. It comes up the middle. Ice Bears have it. Stolen though, but Lindenwood. Here's Ferret. He shoots, missed wide off the glass. Ice Bears have it. If they hurry, they have a 3-on-2. Lead pass. Breaking in. Jacob Wheattop. Backhander, and he missed up high and wide. Lindenwood, or make that Lohman has it. Stepped in front of a Lindenwood player, but the Ice Bears will back away, and they'll change.
The race was on, and Jacob Wheattop winning and getting that one-on-one shot against the Lindenwood goalie.
Crago into the zone of Missouri State. Crago stops up. Now on the ice, here's a shot by Denis that misses wide. Sent down in low by Carter. Now working it to Martin. Intercepted briefly by Smith of Missouri State. Putting some good pressure there is Derek Smith out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Crago steals, but broken up. And I was waiting for Jason Kelly to try to break, but he didn't have a step on his defender. We come the other way to Denis. He's going to work it right side. Has some room. Denis with a backhander saves Stevens, and he'll hold on. 8:36 to go in period number 2. Still a 1-0 lead in favor of Lindenwood. And again, the only goal is Martin, his third. Willis with the assist. Face off to the left of Stevens, right as you look at it on Web Sports Radio. Puck is flipped up and sent all the way down. Denis will chase. So the Ice Bears now with their top line. That is Cooley, Bell, and Rubin. Here come Lindenwood across into the Missouri State zone. This is an icing, though. Icing call will bring it back into the Lions' end of the ice. They're still saying shots 28-16. I'll I'll stop arguing that point, Stan. I still think Missouri State is not being outshot by a 2-1 margin.
Yeah, I noticed that last shot on Bailey Stevens.
Oh!
And it was not counted, so.
Bad situation for the official. Puck went up high, hit the linesman, and then as he tried to get out of the way, he hit the side of the boards. But he looks like he's okay. Play continues, though. Stays in the Ice Bears zone, goes behind the net. Finnegan is there. Puck gets flipped up, and Bell can't clear it. Heiserode trying to make his man make a move, and now we get a whistle for what? The net, apparently, being dislodged.
I said Bailey Stevens earlier on the shot count. I meant the Lindenwood goalie, and it wasn't counted. So, yeah, the Ice Bears are not getting their full count of shots on goal, looks like.
Face-off is won and cleared all the way down to the Lindenwood zone. Icing will be the call, so we'll do it all again. It'll come back in the Missouri State end. Stan, I have no idea what we're doing for the second period intermission. We have 7:29 to think about it. Absolutely no idea. Didn't have anything taped. Do have the Andrew Koutsigiannis interview. We'll probably end up running that. It's current, for those of you who may have missed it. Ice Bears break things out. Here's Bell trying to drive it down in low. Velasquez will intercept. Thought better of it as he wanted to go down the middle, and Missouri State, good pressure and good coverage. Here come the Lions across the line. Vasquez gets pushed into the corner. Willis will pick it up. Comes right up the middle, and Stevens is able to hold on to it. Good forechecking pressure by Missouri State again in the defensive zone. 6:59 to go, and they gave that a shot. Stan, I really am disagreeing. That was a stop, but not a shot. Here's Newman. Gets it to the right side, puck behind the net. Taken by Radley, intercepted by Missouri State, and the Ice Bears fall right into each other, and a shot just misses wide. Missouri State, the first time they've crossed each other up on the ice this time. And now here comes Missouri State. Leading it is Wheatop. Wheatop right side in front. He shoots, saves CDOT. Nobody there. And now we get a penalty, I believe, as an Ice Bear was pushed behind the net. That was Kapovic. Or are we just going to say the net's dislodged? Looks like that's it.
Wheatop shot, Steve. A very juicy rebound. However, unfortunately, no Ice Bear was there to take advantage. But this CDOT, the goalie for Lindenwood, you almost have to look for rebound attempts because he's a solid goaltender on the offensive shots of the Ice Bears today.
Gets some hitting now by Lohman behind the net in the Lindenwood zone. Ice Bears winning faceoffs too. Nobody there on the near side boards. Comes out to center. Ernst with it from Overland Park, Kansas. Puck comes all the way down to the Missouri State zone. Icing will be the call. Faceoff will come back. And now we've got a couple of issues. And the linesman having to come in. Ernst pushing and shoving. The initial call was a knockdown of Wheatop. And I'm assuming that Radley will go into the penalty box for this. But they'll probably get Josephson too.
Yeah, last night, Steve, the officials seemed to have a more let them play attitude towards the scrums that the players got into. But tonight, they're going to make them pay a little more.
And they're talking about it here as the official is discussing it. I don't know if there'll be an extra tacked on. The initial penalty, I believe, was Radley. So
Steve, talking about officials and penalty calls, I'm noticing, of course, last night and tonight, Lindenwood using a 3-man system. The Ice Bears use a 4-man system consistently. Is that league rules? What applies there in the decision to use 3-man or 4-man system in referees?
that's a good question. It's discretionary. Here's a shot in. Ice Bears will have it. So there is a power play against Lindenwood, although what do we have now? Looks like we're going to get another penalty against the Lions. Vigard Ferret will go. So Missouri State will have a 2-man advantage. They haven't announced it yet, but we know that Ferret is in, Radley is in, and the coincidental was also assessed to, is that Ross in there or is that Wheatop? Looks like 71. That's right. Ross.
Yeah.
So the Ice Bears with a 2-man advantage and a golden opportunity to tie this up. 2-man advantage for 1:43. Kapovic down in low. Cooley tried to tip it in front. Was Heinrich Lohman. Couldn't do it. Ice Bears still work with it. They're going to work the puck again down below to Cooley. Now to Lohman. Over to Rubin. Up high to Bell. Bell sends it in low, and it's intercepted, though, by Lindenwood, and it's cleared all the way down. Missouri State will change, so will Lindenwood. Bailey Stevens will wait for Bell to pick it up. And the Ice Bears have 1:12 remaining in the 2-man advantage. Golden opportunity to tie this up, maybe get more. Schumacher left side. He'll go up high, looking to the right. Instead, he shoots, and a pad save CDOT. Rebound. Bell will pick it up right side. Or make that left side now. Over to the right. Back to Bell left. We're going to get a shot in. Save. Rebound. Loose. And CDOT holds on. So Ross gets a trying to hear. So it looks like Radley and Ross get 10 minutes each, and Ferret gets 2 minutes. And actually, that doesn't make sense. Okay, it looks like Radley got a 2 and 10, and just Ross getting a 10, so we'll add an extra 2 on there for Radley. That's what it is. And now we work again the power play. 14 seconds on the 2-man advantage. Left side, Schumacher, he shoots, it gets deflected up high. Rolls along the top of the edge of the boards, and now there's a 1-man advantage in 3 seconds. Ice Bears still with it. It's a 1-man advantage. They get Radley back to Lindenwood. Missouri State still on the power play for 4 more seconds. Here is Schumacher. He shoots, and it's blocked in front. Ferret out of the penalty box. So Missouri State could not score on the 2-man advantage. Lead pass to Ferret. He's going to break free. Ferret comes in. He shoots. He scores! Right after Missouri State kills or gets the power play, the 2-man advantage killed, Ferret comes in. And it's 2-0 Lindenwood.
Yeah, huge Lindenwood shift in momentum with the penalty kill on the one hand, and then immediately after that, another major shift in the momentum of this game. Lindenwood scoring on the even strength goal.
Well, this one, unfortunately, up over the shoulder of Stevens. It's 2-0 Lindenwood. After all the momentum went Missouri State's way. Now Stevens has to gobble up a shot by Finnegan. And Ferret will get his 3rd goal of the season. here in the second period. Play is underway. It's in the Missouri State zone. And it's taken away and cleared. Still lots of time here, though. And Missouri State looking to get another goal and even this thing up. Or, well, get to within one. Here's Willis with a drive-in, saves Stevens. He'll hold on. Kind of quieted the crowd, Stan.
Absolutely. And you look at, in any hockey game, Steve, the two-man advantage can be a huge shift in terms of the momentum. If a team kills a two-man advantage, if a team scores on a two-man advantage, and that one, unfortunately for the Ice Bears, it went the Lindenwood Lions' way, and both in terms of killing the two-man advantage and then scoring immediately afterwards.
Frederick did his best to try to break up any attempt to get a shot by Ferret, but Ferret was able to do it and got it up over the blocker side of Stevens. So they're announcing Ferret. Newman gets an assist. And Radley. So still plenty of time. Missouri State can get one here. You're back in the hockey game. There's 2:19 left. They just need to get the momentum. That should have been an offside, but it's not called. Play continues. And Lindenwood works it down in low. Zach Martin. Broken up nicely by Missouri State's Weetop. And it's across the line. Ice Bears work the puck. Here is Cooley, backhanded in front, shot, and the follow-up shot by Weetop was deflected by the defenseman and didn't go in. Now Ferret across the line. He'll work it down, and it's Kruger. Take that back. That's Urslick. He'll have it, number 22, looking in front to Watson, but instead left side. Kruger with it, over to Wilk, right side. Wilk back over to Ferret, left side, he shoots, saves Stevens, popped up high. Ferret with it again, 1:23 remaining in the power play, or excuse me, in the period. It is no power play, but Lindenwood working it like it is. Ferret again, up high to Wilk, he waits, a sliding Ice Bear makes him move, that's Rubin, shot in, deflected wide to the corner. Now Wilk, he'll drop it down in low. Ferret is there. Ursulak, less than a minute to go in the period. To Ferret. Now to Watson, the freshman from St. Peter's. Puck right out in front. Stevens makes the save, and that will do it as the net gets dislodged. Good play in front by Alex Rubin of Missouri State, the fourth-year player from Alton, Illinois, as he dove down the lane and made the shooter go wide. 43.2 seconds to go in the period. Face-off one again. Newman will have it. Lions with possession. Radley down in low. Schumacher kicks it away. Weetop there. Off of an Ice Bear, and Weetop will bring it out to center. That Ice Bear was Rubin. Ice Bears change, they might get caught. Here comes Radley in a good sliding play and an even better save by Stevens. A sliding play by Frederick made the shooter go wide. That was Ernst, and it's cleared out to center. Murphy will have it on defense. 4 seconds to go, and Lindenwood is content to let this period run out. Shots on goal in the period. Still don't agree with it, but that's what it is. 10 on Stevens, two-period total of 23. And 18 on Cooper Cedot for a 2-period total of 37. Penalties, apparently, Radley did not get a 10-minute misconduct because he was out of the penalty box. The only one was Ross. So what that means is, if you add up the totals, 3 penalties, 6 minutes for Lindenwood. Actually, I have to change this. It's actually 2 penalties, 4 minutes for Lindenwood, and for Missouri State, 2 penalties, 4 minutes. That's what that is. So we're even up there, but the Lions have the only power play. No, Missouri State has 2 power plays. That's what it is. When you write things on the wrong column, it messes things up. So Missouri State had the 2-man advantage. They have the 2 power plays. Lindenwood does not. And at the end of 2 periods of play, it is a 2-0 lead. Martin with his third, Ferret with his third for Lindenwood, and that is where we stand right now. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the 3rd period of play, but we'll replay the interview with Andrew Kotsagiannis of Missouri State. We'll do that in just a moment. After 40, 2-0 Lindenwood. This game's still in reach for the Ice Bears. Your best source for awards of any kind is always Bowles Trophy House in Springfield. Trophies, plaques, medals, gifts, ribbons, and more. You get top quality and great service at Bowles Trophy House, serving Springfield and Southwest Missouri for over 40 years. Call them at 417-869-8720.
And if you need embroidery work done, logos, digitizing, and more, come to Banners and Brainstorms in Bowles Trophy House at 601 South Kimbrough.
We're back at Centene Community Ice Center. Steve Casson now talking with Andrew Kutsajanis. And Andrew, a freshman. I think I got that right. Hope I got that right. Out of Fenton, Missouri. And you're at Missouri State. What made you decide that I want to play at Missouri State?
Yep. I actually played in this rink last year for the St. Louis AAA Blues program, and I heard from a family friend, Jordan Bratton, that it was a really good program, and I came and skated with the Ice Bears, and it went well, so no regrets.
So Jordy is the one that kind of made you decide to want to come here?
Yep, I'm pretty good friends with his brother Jared, and he might be coming here next year, so.
What? Okay, obviously he must have said something good to make you decide to want to come.
Yep, he just said, like, how fun the hockey was, and like how everyone on the team is kind of like brothers, and it's just a good bond with everyone. So it was something I really want to be a part of.
Now you're here, and of course your first year as an ACHA college player. Have you seen that there's a big difference from what you used to play?
Yep, for sure. There's a huge difference. It's a lot faster, and the guys are a lot bigger, of course, but it's an adjustment that I'm adjusting to. So,
when you're out there, what do you think of? Like, what do you want to accomplish when you get out and you get into a game? Obviously, you want to do right by the team and the coach and all that, but are there certain things when you get out on the ice you say, okay, when I'm done with this game, I hope I've accomplished X?
Yeah, of course. Just working hard every shift, and like I said earlier, having no regrets with hockey, and with my style of play, I just try to make my teammates better, and always try to make plays. So that's what I kind of do when I'm on the ice.
Obviously, Kutsojanis is, I don't know, I guess it's a hockey name. What have you been called? Have people said some strange things to you?
Yeah, I've basically heard everything in the book, and basically everyone on the team calls me Coots. I've been called that since I was probably 4th, 5th grade, and I actually really like it. So,
has there ever been a time when you're listening, maybe you scored a goal, got a penalty, whatever, and the PA guy totally messes up what's the funniest one that you've heard?
I don't even know. You know what? Actually, I think I was playing minor hockey. It was like one of my first seasons, and we won the state championship. We were getting our medals, and the guy didn't even like attempt to say it. He just said my first name, and it was pretty embarrassing. But I guess looking back on it, was kind of funny.
Well, that's not good. I mean, did he even call you by number? Did he say number whatever,
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, he did. All the boys were laughing at it. I was pretty mad. My dad was kind of mad at the time because I was only 6, 7 years old. But looking back, it was a pretty funny story.
Andrew Koutsogiannis. I even messed it up myself. Koutsogiannis, right?
Yep.
What is your go-to song when you're getting ready to play? Do you have a go-to song?
Probably Mr. Brightside by the Killers. It's a pretty good song. It just gets me hyped and gets me focused for games and to get ready to play. So.
Do you remember a goal in your hockey career that is one that you'll never forget?
Yeah, not necessarily a goal, but a couple years ago, we were playing our Tier 1 Elite League and in Minnesota, and I had a breakaway, and the goalie ended up stopping me, but I got it right back and gave a pass over to one of my buddies, and he ended up scoring. So it was a pretty big deal, and we won like the league championship that year for AAA, so it was pretty good.
So was that a pure breakaway, and then by the time the rebound happened, your teammate caught up?
Yep. I had a breakaway, and I made a move, and it didn't work out, but I recovered it right back, and my teammate was right there, so I just gave it to him backdoor, and he buried it. So.
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us, freshman out of Fenton, Missouri, listed at 5'8", 150. Do you feel like you're okay, or do you maybe you got to gain a couple of pounds?
You know what? I'm a bit of a smaller player, of course, but I think my speed and skill make up for it, and I haven't had a chance to play yet this season, but when I do, I'm going to make it count. So.
Do you have any brothers, sisters?
I have one sister. She's a senior at Mizzou right now. So.
Oh wow! So you've got the rivalry going.
Yep, we got the rivalry, but she supports me and everything, so I appreciate her for that. So.
Is she a sports fan or an athlete?
Yeah, she played soccer growing up, but she didn't play collegiate or anything. But she's always helped me with hockey, take me to hockey and like training in the summer. So I can't thank her enough.
That leads me to my next question. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I plan to to major in business marketing. I just like everything in that aspect, and I want to know everything in the business world, economics and stuff. So I just hope to have my own business one day.
That's always a good thing, and they say having your own business is the best thing. We've got to ignore this last year and throw that out of the window because generally the government doesn't tell you to shut down, but yeah. Hopefully that'll all be good. You have any ideas of what you might want to do?
I really don't know right now. I just kind of keeping my options open, but I know I want to do business, and it's something that's always caught my eye, so not really completely decided yet, but something within marketing or advertisement. So
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us, and when you're out there playing, and I know I asked you this about what do you want to accomplish, but what goes through your mind when you're out there playing? You know, some people, they're like, oh, I got to make sure I make this play right. Some people don't. It doesn't even matter to them. They just get out there and deal with what happens. Do you have anything in your mind at all when you're out there?
You have a couple things in mind, but mostly everything's off instinct. But obviously, like, play your position. But one of the biggest things is kind of just playing for the guy next to you and not letting your brother down. So just kind of going off instinct and making a hard play to either score a goal or not get scored on. So,
who on Missouri State, and you can call him out or not, but who has kind of been that go-to person, that mentor for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Basically, everyone on the team's been really good to me, but one guy that I would probably that I've go to for really anything is Brady Griffin. Obviously a fifth year and been on this team a long time. I've become pretty good friends with him, and I know I can count on him for a lot of things. So,
when you play hockey, I would assume that it's your favorite sport?
Yep. I have some hobbies. I like golfing and fishing. So, me and my dad are pretty big golfers. I work at a golf course in the summer. So
that's usually what hockey players do, is play golf for some reason. I don't know if it's because hockey is just so fast and and they want to slow down for a little bit or what. But that's always a good sport to kind of slow it down in the summer.
Yeah, it's a fun sport. It kind of just takes your mind off something, get outside in the summertime and just have a good time with your friends or family. So it's a game that you can play for probably the rest of your life. So
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us out of Fenton, Missouri. And as a forward, is that the position you've always played?
Yep, I've always played this position. Like I said earlier, I've always been kind of a smaller guy, and I really like working on like certain skills, skating. I've always been a forward, and I love scoring goals and making plays. So,
what is your go-to meal? Do you have kind of a go-to meal?
Yep, I love chicken and rice, or chicken or steak and potatoes. I've gotten pretty healthy in the last couple of years, and I feel a lot better because of it.
Chicken and rice is always good. Okay, I'm gonna kind of, divulge this to everybody. But every morning I wake up and chicken, broccoli, and potatoes. Every morning I crave it. It doesn't matter what. Every morning I crave. That's what I want for lunch, and I never do. But yeah. I have it. Do you have a craving like that?
Yeah, I do. I'm a pretty big breakfast guy. I like making omelets, bacon, eggs, Canadian bacon. I actually like making food, and it's kind of fun and satisfying at the end, so good food.
Maybe be a chef?
I mean, I'm not that good. I mean, I know how to make simple stuff, but nothing crazy like that.
Well, they say a guy that can cook will get the girls, right?
Yeah, I mean, me and my girlfriend usually go out, so
there you go. There you go. Who's your favorite NHL team?
NHL team, for sure, St. Louis Blues.
We are talking to Andrew Koutsogiannis, who, I think I got that right. Yep. Who is your favorite player? Who's a guy that you kind of look at and say, okay, I need to do what he does?
Well, favorite player has always been Sidney Crosby, but a guy that I look at and try to play is probably Mitch Marner on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Obviously, I'm not as skilled or anything, but he makes his teammates better and does or tries to do whatever he can to win, and I try to do that myself. So.
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us. Andrew, thanks so much for doing this. And at the end of interviews, I always ask players, wish them more goals. So hopefully you'll get a couple of goals by the end of the series here. And again, thanks for doing this, and good luck.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
A much better game for Missouri State today as the Ice Bears trail by a count of 2-0, but this game is far from over. 7:49, Martin is third, and Ferret his third at 17:29, and that is it, as Lindenwood has a 2-0 advantage. Don't forget that our next broadcast, well, it is my next broadcast, actually not going to be on Web Sports Radio. It will be Missouri State at Iowa State next Friday, January 22nd, starting at 7:30 from Ames ISU Ice Arena. It will be on the ISU broadcast portal, stretchinternet.com/ISU hockey. It will be a paid channel, though. So unfortunately, that will be the case unless somebody wants to put together a watch party if you're listening back home in Springfield. But I will have the broadcasts on the Ames Broadcast Network there. Meanwhile, a fresh 20 minutes is on the clock, and Missouri State is well within reach of this game. When my old broadcast partner was with me, Dan Lee, I used to say, if you break it down, you got to get a goal every 10 minutes. And that's what Missouri State has to do to at least tie this hockey game up. That seems well within reach. So the Ice Bears now will skate from the left to the right and Lindenwood from the right to the left. And we are underway here in period number 3. Comes immediately into Stevens, and he'll sweep it aside. Goes over to Samuel Frederick. Off the back of the boards, and Frederick will work it again. The corner now to Ted Cardinale off of his stick. Lindenwood cannot gain control. The Ice Bears do. Here's Kapovic. Left side has some room. Kapovic centers it up in front, and it went off of the stick of the Ice Bears. Ted Cardinale now right out in front. Getting a shot is Kapovic, and it is held onto by CDOT.
One of the better offensive chances for the Ice Bears in this game, Steve.
Yeah, Missouri State has been getting a lot of good chances. They've been able to exploit Lindenwood a little bit, and this is the same lineup as yesterday for Lindenwood. Nothing's changed. Off the draw again. A shot by Cooley gets deflected by Watson, and it goes into the netting. So we'll do it all again to the left of CDOT, right as you look at it. This time it's Bell and Ferret, and Bell cannot win it. Ferret does. Murphy will have it for Lindenwood. They'll come out of his zone along the boards to Ursulik. Now across the line to Ferret, right side, and in front a drive that saves. Stevens will move it into the corner. Watson got that drive. Right out in front, shot and a save again as Watson was right there on the return pass from the corner from Ferret. And now the Ice Bears break a 3-on-3. Drive in, save as it is Bell to get the shot, and Missouri State returning the favor now. Bell with it. Lost in a skate, and now it is cross-iced over to Rubin, who will send it in. Bell to Chase. Keeps it in to Cooley. Cooley working around. Gets it over to the corner now to Baldwin on the ice. Good play by Bell to keep it in, but nobody there, although Baldwin almost stole the puck. He got upended as he tried to get around the puck carrier. That was Finnegan. 18:25 remains. Line change for Missouri State. Ice Bears had it momentarily. It'll be chased all the way down by Velasquez in the Missouri State zone. Willis is there, but a good play by Schumacher to tie things up allows Wheatop to get in. Scrum there behind the net. Velasquez with it, looking over to the right side. Gets it to the right to Ferret. Actually, no, that's Denis with a drive in. It's blocked by an Ice Bear who had his stick held, nothing doing, and the play is chipped out to center, and Lohman will be the one to chase. In the Missouri State zone to Finnegan. He breaks free. Finnegan down the middle. Great play by Schumacher to tip it away on the sliding stick check. Up the middle again. It's intercepted by Missouri State, and the Ice Bears work it out to center. 2-on-2. Lohman with a drive in, and that's what the Ice Bears want, a face-off in the Lindenwood zone. As CDOT will make the save.
Nice work by Henrik on that blue line shot into the offensive zone.
There we go, Stan. We're still training you.
That's right.
I appreciate you doing the camera work for us. As
on the job learning here.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. Still don't have a camera person on the road. That's been the biggest problem, especially now with the fact that a lot of places don't allow fans. It's minimal crew. I can't do it myself.
There you go.
17-14 to go in the period. Lions 3-on-3 into the zone. Here's Carter with a drive in, save Stevens. Nice defensive play by Hobbs. Lions have it again. Here's a shot by Crago, missed down the middle. Smith is there to break it up. Comes right out in front to Carter with a drive from the left face-off dot. Again up the middle. It's broken up as both teams tying up each other, and nobody was able to pick it up, but finally it's sent down low. into the Lions zone. Line change for both teams. Missouri State will change for the Lions. Everybody but Newman, who's carrying the puck right now. Right side to Radley. Left side to Diamond. Back in the Missouri State zone. Radley again. Pass, instead of going up, went to Radley from behind. And now it's Caleb Ernst out of Overland Park, Kansas. Down the middle, and as the shot from Ernst is put on net, Stevens will make the save. 16:11 to go in the period, and you stand the thought and the feeling that if Missouri State can just get a goal here, the energy is going to change.
Absolutely. As we talk about in games often, momentum is the key, and if the Ice Bears can get that back and generate it, then we've got a barn burner of a hockey game.
Well, Jackie's pass broken up. Here comes Ernst. It's 2-on-3, but Radley has it. He shoots, and he missed wide to the right. Near side boards. Looking for some help is Josephson for Missouri State. Diamond puts a handle on him. Sent down in low around a broken stick, or at least a drop stick. And now it's cleared to the point. Newman with a blast, missing wide. Now onto the ice for Lindenwood is Kruger. Looking for it on the left side. He's calling back, but instead Ursulak with a drive saves Stevens. Got his pad on it. He followed it all the way. Puck flipped up off the glass and out to center ice. Lions with a line change. Missouri State waiting to do that, but it's Vigard Ferret for Lindenwood. He'll send it in. 15-17 to go in the period. Near side boards. Ferret trying to work it again. He'll have it at the half boards in the Missouri State zone. Comes to Ursulak. He'll have it down the middle. It is broken up nicely by Missouri State. That is Cardinale to send it to the near side. But the Lions putting the pressure on. Intercepted by Missouri State. Taken away by Josephson. Has some trouble, but finally is able to get it out to center ice. Lions with Ursulak will send it back into the Missouri State zone. 14:48 to go. 2-0 Lions. Ice Bears looking to get one here. And it is a good play to bring it in by Alex Rubin. Wilk sends it away. Lions to Kruger. Mason Kruger looking for his first goal. Does have 2 assists this season. Now Ursulak again. He'll follow up his own pass behind the Missouri State net. Nothing but Ice Bears there. Puck is cleared up on the near side boards to Cooley. Now to Bell. Bell will give it to Rubin, who will flip it down in. Bell to chase. C-Dot, the goaltender, to come out. Bell to put some pressure. Backhanded on the right side. Oh, and unfortunately it went off a Rubin's stick, and the Lions will pounce on it. Looking over to the left side, off of the stick of Blake Finley on the ice now. Drops down in low to Finnegan of Lindenwood. Velasquez plays catch with Finnegan. Ice Bears still trying to work it with 13:44 remaining in the third. Finnegan up high. Finley drive, misses wide. Rebound in front. Backhander score! Off the boards and in, and Runyon will get it. Unfortunate situation for Missouri State. The goal coming at 6:24 as Lindenwood takes advantage of a well-placed puck off the back of the boards, and they put it in past Stevens. We'll take a look at it in just a second as Stevens has to make another save and he'll cover up. But here is the situation where it comes off the boards, both defensemen looking to the boards, and unfortunately Bailey Stevens could not make the save, and Runyon will get credit for the goal. That is his second of the season. It's 3-0 Lindenwood. So let's see how Missouri State responds. Off the draw, Levi Wright sends it to the corner. It's broken up. Here's Finnegan. Into Willis. Drive in, save Stevens. Moved up the left side, and it's out to center. And the Ice Bears were trying to break a 2-on-1, and they couldn't get it done. Now we get a whistle for a stoppage in play, and Missouri State is going to get a penalty. The bench is going to go. Somebody on Missouri State bench is going to get called, and it looks like it is their goaltender, Brady Griffin. Either that. Well, let's see what the penalty is. Griffin left and immediately went to the locker room, and I don't know if he's being called or he just took the opportunity to go to the locker room, although he's the backup goaltender. And it looks like it is going to be assessed against him.
That would probably mean saying something he shouldn't have, Steve.
That's possible.
Boy, oh boy.
So we still skate 5-on-5. No, we don't. We have somebody in the box for Missouri State. That is Jason Kelly. So.
And you would think that could have been a DQ unless goalies don't sit in the box on a penalty.
Well, that could be. I don't think I've ever seen a goalie be assessed a minor penalty where he had to go into the box.
Yeah.
So Kelly is in. We'll wait to hear what it is. Meanwhile, it is a power play for Lindenwood. This is their first, I believe. So they're going to announce the goal first. Willis will get an assist. And Finley.
Breakaway.
Meanwhile, here come the Ice Bears. Ruben, he shoots, and a big save by CDOT. Ursulek with it. We're waiting on the call from the Ice Bears bench, or what it exactly is. No indication yet. Meanwhile, it's Ferret. Now a drive in that's blocked as Willis got it, and the Ice Bears clear. 1:01 left in the power play. Still getting that information. 54 seconds remaining. So it's probably 2 and either a 10 or a misconduct or something. Maybe a game. Willis will have it along the line. Let's hear what it is. So it is Griffin getting a game misconduct. So it's 2 minutes plus a game misconduct. So a total of 12 minutes. Meanwhile, Lindenwood works the puck in the Missouri State zone. Power play has 10 seconds. Willis gets it to Velasquez, now up high. Worked over to Murphy, back over the right side. Velasquez drive in and a save, Stevens. Actually, that was Finnegan, 17.
Yeah, Steve, you'd almost think that it had to be something Brady said because obviously he wasn't playing in the game, so it couldn't have been anything he did on the ice.
Yeah, they gave him 2 and 10. And because, even though the 10-minute misconduct, because it's a game misconduct and not a regular misconduct, that means he went straight to the locker room. Otherwise, there would have been maybe a minute left in the game had it just been a 10-minute. Now play with 10:49 to go in the period is flipped up high. This is going to be a hand pass, but the Ice Bears touch it. So Derek Smith tries to move it through. Denis will have it for Lindenwood. Colton Krego out of Moreau, Wisconsin. Sends it down in low. Ice Bears trying to work it. Simon Hobbs from Workingham, England. He's there, but instead, it'll go to Denis for Lindenwood. Pass behind the net, hits a skate. Zach Martin will send it over to the far side. The Ice Bears are there. Do they gain control? And Smith does clear it out for Missouri State. Denis in his own zone, double team, but enough to clear it to the red line, and Missouri State will shoot it right back in. This is an icing call. Puck was shot from the opposite side of the red line, and it crossed 3 lines, the red line, the blue line, and the goal line. That is icing, brings it back. on the infraction into the offending team zone, which is Missouri State. 10:02 to go in the period. Shots 47-27. I'm going to say unofficially. Newman and Murphy fought for the puck, and it was partially blocked. And now here's a shot in. Rebound score as Ferret will get it.
Oh, boy.
It's 4-0.
Tough situation on that one for goalie goalie Bailey Stevens. Stevens had the puck and then stick handled the puck out of the net area. However, the Lindenwood player was right there to take advantage, and normally a goalie would smother the puck, and for some reason that triggered Bailey's reaction to try and stick handle it out of danger.
And unfortunately, that is goal number 4 for Lindenwood. And Ferret becomes the leading scorer for Lindenwood in the series with his 2 goals. He now has 6 goals and an assist. That's 7 points. Faceoff will come in the Missouri State zone. And Stan, I don't know how much of an advantage. You would have to think it's a little bit for Lindenwood, who has played in the fall semester.
No, I don't think they played
in the fall semester. Oh, that's right. No, I'm thinking of Iowa State. They did not play in the fall semester.
Right.
So not much of an advantage. As the shot comes in and CDOT makes the save.
Yeah, and under the St. Louis County regulations, I don't know how much practice time they actually got in the fall semester to get ready for the season.
And that's what I was actually meaning was how much practice time they got. And I did talk to, here's a shot in that misses wide by the Ice Bears on the left side by Wheatop. I did talk to, as the Ice Bears steal the puck. Here comes Lohman. He gets taken out, and we're going to get a penalty, and that really should be a penalty shot. But it's a delayed call, and Lindenwood touches up. That is a tripping call. But I did talk to Rick Zombo, and I believe he was able to practice 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. Even though they had an issue with allowing fans in the building and the building being partially closed, but they said that they were still able to practice as a team, apparently. Now the Ice Bears will go on power play number 3. Puck is immediately cleared, though, and back out.
And this Lindenwood penalty kill unit, after killing that 2-man advantage, they're on their game tonight.
75% though, 2 for 8 they've allowed. Back out to center. Ice Bears race. Lohman is there and steps in front of Ursulek. It's Cooley to grab. 1:27 remaining. Here come the Ice Bears. Right side. Off of the stick of Rubin. Ice Bears have it again. Kapovic gets it down in low to Cooley. Cooley works it, looking out in front, up high. Here's Bell, drive, and a save, CDOT. .754 to go in the period. And we'll do it to the right of CDOT. Ice Bears do win the draw. They're winning faceoffs. That's a good thing. And it'll come over. Here's a shot in once again by Frederick. It's gobbled up by CDOT. We'll do it once again.
Ice Bears looking much better, Steve, on their power play unit. Puck control and shots on goal. It's just nailing one into the net that is the trick. But much improved power play effort by the Ice Bears today.
Murphy to swing it all the way around. It goes past the stick of Brian Schumacher. And back in the Missouri State zone, where they'll try to work it. Now 48 seconds left in the penalty. 7.5 to go in the third. Good play by Frederick to step out of harm's way. Now it'll go to Schumacher, who will send it all the way in. Helped in the corner by Ted Cardinale. Now Frederick drive in, save CDOT, rebound loose. Where is it? It's taken away and flipped out by Kyle Diamond all the way back down into the Missouri State zone. Lindenwood ranked number 4 in ACHA Division I last season. Power play now with 5 seconds. And the Ice Bears, they had control. They moved it out of their zone. Nobody was there to pick it up, but Missouri State back in their own end will set it up, and they'll go for a line change. Levi Wright across the line. Into the zone is Baldwin. Taken away from him and back out, where Missouri State will play catch and try to work it back in the Lions zone. Runyon will chase. Forechecking is Jason Kelly for Missouri State. 6:18 to go in the third. And a 4-0 lead for Lindenwood. Martin, Ferret has 2, and Runyon. Runyon's goal was sandwiched in between Ferret's 2. Now they have it again as Lindenwood. Ice Bears break it up in the slot. Kelly is able to kick it out. 2-on-2 for Missouri State. Hobbs, he'll dump it down. Chasing it with Runyon. Hobbs sends it over. Now looking for Baldwin. But instead, Baldwin had it, but instead they go to the left side, and it's blocked, and it comes out to center, and Bailey Stevens will quickly give it up. Ice Bears could catch Lindenwood at a line change. They do. Kelly has it. Right side, Kelly winds, it's blocked. Ice Bears do get a man just barely on the bench, or it would have been too many men. Puck back down to the Lindenwood side. Good play by Bell to tip it away. Gets it across. Nice move. Cooley in front. Stolen from him. Wilk with it. Velasquez left side. At the half boards. Drops it in low. Willis is there to push it forward. Swept to the far side by Cooley and dumped all the way down into the Lindenwood end of the ice. Wilk will chase. He gets hooked. Lost the puck. But still a bouncer is fed to Velasquez. Velasquez, nice move down the middle. In front, he gets a shot, saves Stevens, and he'll hold on. 4:48 to go in the period. Again, our next broadcast will be next week. Well, my next broadcast. It is not on Web Sports Radio. It will be on stretchinternet.com/ISU hockey. I will tell you it is a pay site, but that will be the broadcast, and I'll be, by request of Jason Fairman, the head coach of ISU, calling that game, or both of the games, that is, on their system. The reason is, it is a situation where they have the exclusive broadcast rights, so I will not be able to do that game unless I broadcast for them. That's the situation there. Meanwhile, a tripping call for Lindenwood. Brendan Murphy will go into the box, and the Ice Bears will have power play number 4. Four penalties, 8 minutes for Lindenwood. For Missouri State, it is, to total this up here, 4 penalties, 24 minutes. That includes the 2 10-minute misconducts. 1 to Ross and 1 to Griffin. Griffin's, though, was a game misconduct, but it's 10 on the score sheet. So the Ice Bears to work it now, trying to break the goose egg here. They get it into the zone, work it to Cooley. Cooley cross ice to Bell, but it's broken up before it can meet Bell. Now he'll have it. The captain for Missouri State, Josh Bell, gets it up the middle, blast in, and a missed up high. Lohman is there. Work to the near side. It is Kapovic. Over to Bell, but instead it's cleared by Ferret. He's going to clear the zone. Quickly, the Ice Bears get it across the line, move it into Cooley. Cooley with it, he waits, he shoots, save, rebound, and Lohman just missed it wide. Wide to the right side, and the Ice Bears were that close. Now it's held in left side, Ice Bears with it. Cooley to push his way through and chipped out to center. Lions with a line change. Schumacher for Missouri State. Head pass to Ross. He'll chase it down. Actually, no, that is Ross, 71. He'll chase it down. Gives it over to Wheatop, 74. Working it through and intercepted by Wilk of Lindenwood, and he will clear it back down to the Missouri State zone. Ice Bears get it out of harm's way across the line. Now on the power play for 19 more seconds. Worked into the zone by Ross. Sent to Schumacher. Gets it over to the right dot. Once again, it's Ross waiting. Ross with 8 seconds. Shot in, save, rebound, loose. Ross will clear it through. Up the middle, shot in. This time by Cardinale is deflected, and the power play is over. Actually, no, that was 74 Wheatop, not Cardinale 14. Puck is cleared out to center, and Lindenwood will work it. Across to Murphy. Nice play by the defense to break it up of Schumacher, and now a shot comes in that Stevens has to make a save on. 2:07 to go in the period.
We talked about the improved effort by the Ice Bears on their power play, Steve, and that was certainly one of them. And at the end of that power play, all kinds of shots on the goalie of Lindenwood and just could not get it through, but still excellent effort on the power play now by the Ice Bears.
Puck is cleared back in the Lindenwood zone. Ice Bears help it out to center, but instead it goes the wrong way. Here's Finnegan. He pushes through to Wilk. Wilk with a shot off up high, off the glass, into the near side boards. It's out to center. 1:48 to go in the period. 4-0 in favor of Lindenwood. Finley. He'll rush it across, gets it to Velasquez off the boards. Now left side to Finnegan. Work down in low. Velasquez lost possession of it, but Finnegan picks it up. Now in front, as it was Finley to get a shot, but a good block in front by Missouri State by Baldwin, and it's sent all the way down. This is no icing. Ice Bears change. And it's Willis. Willis had a number in the upper 20s. Changed to number 9 this season. Much did Missouri State's Nikita Salnikov. He was number 90, and now he's 15. And if I haven't said Salnikov's name, it's because he is scratched for tonight's game. Here come the Lions. Willis has it off and down. And now with 43 seconds remaining, it is a battle for it at the half boards in the Missouri State zone. Velasquez is there for Lindenwood. For the Ice Bears, it's Garrett Wiljecki. And it'll be the play of Terrence Josephson to bring it back into the Lindenwood zone. Ferret for Lindenwood. Looks ahead, but instead shoots it down into the Missouri State end of the ice. Battling for it is Watson. So is Schumacher of Missouri State. They're still trying to move it. Enough to satisfy the official. They don't call it. But with 5 seconds to go, that should do it for the period.
Mark, congratulations, man.
Lindenwood wins this contest by a count of 4-0. Martin, Runyon, and Ferret with 2 goals. Shots on goal in the third period. Bailey Stevens faces 11, a 3-period total of 34, and 22 on Cooper Cedot, 3-period total of 55. Penalties, 4 for 8 minutes for the Lions. For Missouri State, 4 for 24 minutes, and again, that includes a 10-minute misconduct. And if you see, no more handshakes because of this world of COVID, and so players at each respective blue lines just raising their sticks in salute, but I think they're not going to worry about that. They're just going to go ahead with the handshakes, or at least a couple of them. Although that was, I think, the protocol, but apparently not. Again, a lot of these players know each other from this area. Power plays, Lindenwood was, I believe, 0 for 2. Missouri State 0 for 4 on the power play. Lions improved to 4-0. Missouri State 0-4 on the season. And this is now the 15th straight loss Missouri State has faced to Lindenwood, going back to November 5th of 2015, when they have both become Division I, or Missouri State actually was playing as a Division I squad. The Ice Bears' only win over a Division I team was when they were a Division II squad back in 2009-10, a 5-4 overtime win versus the Division I team when the Ice Bears were a Division II squad. That was at home at Jordan Valley Ice Park. So once again, my next broadcast, the next Ice Bears broadcast, will be at Iowa State from Ames ISU Ice Arena at 7:30 p.m. Again, it will be on stretchinternet.com/ISU hockey. It is a paid channel, but I'll do the broadcast since there is exclusive rights and we cannot come and broadcast it on Web Sports Radio. So that will be the next broadcast next week. Missouri State 7:30 on Friday, and then on Saturday, I believe, is a 5:30 contest. Stan, final thoughts?
I think we're all thrilled to see the Ice Bears much more competitive. Looking at the period scoring 1-0 after the first, another second period 1-0 score, and in the third a 2-0 score. Compared to last night, hey, that's a great improvement by the Ice Bears, and that's going to set up an excellent meeting between these two squads when the Lindenwood Lions come to Springfield at the end of February. I think it's the 26th and 27th, and both teams, of course, will improve through the season. I think Ice Bears will be significantly improved by that time, and we're going to see some great contests again. And it's off to Iowa State for the Ice Bears, and we're facing competition that we look at as teams that are going to be easily in the top 5 in the country in Division I, and taking on this tough competition is what improves your squad. So the Ice Bears are going to be improving as we go this season.
Yeah, talk about improving. I need to improve on my score sheet. It's actually Bailey Stevens facing 55 total shots and Cooper Cedot facing 34. I think I said it the opposite way around. It's because my score sheet is opposite of the scoreboard. So either way, Missouri State does unfortunately lose this contest by a count of 4-0. That'll do it right here from the Centene Ice Arena. I'm Steve Casson for Stan Melton. Thanks for joining us. And again, our next broadcast, or the next broadcast I will be on, will be next week. We hope you'll join us on stretchinternet.com/ISU hockey. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.